Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 28 of Impact Makers. And Dustin, we've just finished up another round of coaching calls with our clients during this busy season, and I thought, hey, why don't we see if there's any, good things that we learned to share from those coaching calls? Any common themes? What do you think?
Yeah. So as we look at projects across the spectrum, across assurance, across tax, accounting services, you name it. If I was to summarize some common themes, and it's normal this time of year, and it's even with all the craziness of the last 2 years, that probably adds to it. But one of the things that you and I were we were debriefing and talking about is it's okay to still feel a little uneasy about change or want to I would say a consistent theme from especially the best firms that we work with is they're not satisfied. They still see opportunity. And we spend some time on our calls getting to, hey, this is what's working well. Let's take a little time to celebrate success. I wish I would recommend more firms took more time to remember and celebrate their successes. But even like I said, the leaders that we've worked with, a common trait of some of the best is they want to know what's next. They want to know, how can we further improve? How can we further improve? And we love that mindset. But I will stress to everyone, especially this time of year when you get busy, when, just with deadlines, and there's always going to be a little bit of a constraint there. Take time to reflect on the good stuff as well, and make sure that you are celebrating the good stuff with your team. And because this time of year can get overwhelming for a lot of people, and we think it's important to celebrate the success as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'll reiterate that, Dustin. And this comes from my many years in CPA firm, being viewed as that technical CPA, the reviewer of the tax returns or the reviewer of the financial statement. The status quo approach is to focus on what people weren't doing right, and to focus in on what still needs to change. But you're so on point with remembering to celebrate what's going well. Hey, this change is better. I mean, how many times did we hear in our coaching calls this week, we're ahead of where we were last year? We're ahead of where we were 2 years ago if they had significant COVID impact when they're looking at their different things. Or different metrics. So it does everybody a service by celebrating those successes, and helps shed the focus on, always pointing out what they did wrong. So I agree with that 100%. One other thing I wanted to ask you, Dustin, specifically to, successful firms with change, whether it be technology or process, it's the concept of a mindset or a change bulldog. How do you think that helps firms, with both, process change and technology change? That idea of, having an internal change bulldog.
Yeah, it's a concept we've floated around for a year or two now, but really started to talk more about it with our clients in the last month or two, and seen a lot of success with identifying individuals within your practice and within your different teams that can really be the one that they have a passion for a future direction that your firm is heading, and they want to take the reins, and they want to not only work in more detail to identify the true opportunities, whether it's technology, process, both, but just really take the reins and drive the change within the firm. We love those people. And the firms that have a few of those people that they can just unleash, the sky's the limit for them. And so, that change bulldog concept is something that we want more and more firms to start looking into, is who is your change bulldog in tax? Who's your change bulldog in audit? Let's get them more opportunity. It's probably a rising leader within the firm. Let's give them something and just let them flourish.
So as we conclude episode 28 Impact Makers here, Dustin, we covered a couple of big topics here from our coaching calls. Do you want to summarize the key takeaways?
Yeah, I think one is in the midst of being busy, being stressed, and wanting to think about what's next. We still have stuff to do. I still see improvement on the horizon. We love, like I said, we love that mindset, but don't forget to also celebrate the wins along the way and communicate the wins out. That goes a long way for the team. And second, as you look ahead this summer, this fall, and changes and your future vision of your firm, it's important to think about that concept of a changed bulldog, and who are those individuals that you could potentially identify, those rising leaders in your firm that really have a passion to get to that future, help your firm get to that future vision, and unleash those individuals within your firm.